Kyrie Irving out there warming up right now back in Brooklyn, New York, the Barclays Center. That's Kyrie Irving shooting off of one leg with the left hand, warming up for the game. Normally we would see people like that doing such things and say, what are you thinking about? But it's Kyrie Irving. He's a skilled player, the new $140 million man for the Brooklyn Nets. There he is. The Nets replaced D'Angelo Russell with Kyrie during the offseason, but they both put up similar numbers last season. Kyrie had the edge in points and field goal percentage, while Russell had the slight edge in assists. We welcome in Richard Jefferson, but from the Barclays Center in Brooklyn. Richard, let's get right to it. Kyrie averaged 23 and 7. D'Angelo Russell averaged 21 and 7. Doesn't seem to be that big of a difference. So what is it that Kyrie Irving is going to bring to the table for the Brooklyn Nets this season that D'Angelo Russell couldn't do last season?
It's hard for me to say this because I played with a young Kyrie, but Kyrie now is an established veteran. D'Angelo Russell is a very, very good player. He was an all-star last year, but he's still getting better. Right now, the Nets are in a win-now mode. They have Kevin Durant coming back whenever, whether it's this year or next year. But to tell you the truth, Kyrie's an exciting player. He's a local kid. He grew up watching the Nets. There is an energy in this building, around this city, and really this franchise has never been in a place that they have been right now with this type of excitement looking towards the future.
Lots to look forward to, Richard Jefferson. Really appreciate it. Thank you so much. Kevin Durant obviously is now in Brooklyn, New York. One of his notable moments with the Warriors came last November when KD and Draymond Green got into a heated argument after Green didn't give him the ball in the final seconds of a tied game versus the Los Angeles Clippers. Green, who got a one-game suspension from the team, talked about the fallout from that incident on today's Woj podcast.
Bob and Steve, they told me, like, you need to apologize to Kevin before I got suspended. And I said, no, I'm not apologizing because y'all tell me to apologize. I'm not going to do that. And I didn't. And I never apologized to him until I came to grips with myself, not because of some games or the team ain't flowing right, but I can kind of see a look in my brother's face that I have not seen. He's hurt.
You can find the Woj podcast on the ESPN app. We're now joined by the one and only Adrian Wojnarowski. When you talked to Draymond Green, did you get any sense at all that he felt any sense of responsibility about KD ultimately leaving Golden State to go to Brooklyn?
No, Draymond Green doesn't think he's the reason he left, nor does Bob Myers, nor does Kevin Durant, if you ask Kevin Durant. What Draymond Green wished he did, and what he said to me on the podcast, was he wished he had handled it differently in that moment and not really humiliated Kevin in public, because that was a player who's sensitive. He said the moment I saw it on his face and how hurt he was, he knew he had made a mistake, wished he had handled it in private. But also Bob Myers, their GM, said it was on him too in the organization, that they saw some of this festering and that they all should have dealt with this prior to it coming to a head on that court on that November night. So there was plenty of responsibility they took, but I think Kevin Durant was ready to go.
Real quick, we've got to get on out of here. Jimmy Butler is switching subjects. He's now a member of the Miami Heat, no longer a member of the Philadelphia 76ers. He's missing the season opener for the Miami Heat. What is that about?
It's an excused absence. It's a family matter. He's expected to be back soon.
All right. Adrian Wojnarowski,
thanks, Stephen.
Man, as always. Thanks for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming sports and premium content, subscribe to ESPN+.